Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. Lastly, let's focus on the strategic long-term benefits of improving schedule adherence. First, scalability. With consistently high adherence, organizations can support business growth without proportional increases in labor or operational costs, enabling sustainable expansion. Second, improved forecast accuracy. Stable adherence data provides a reliable foundation for future workforce planning, allowing leaders to optimize staffing levels, lower costs, and minimize operational risks over time. And third, brand reputation. Consistently meeting service levels prevents customer complaints, refund requests, and reputational damage, ensuring strong customer trust and loyalty in the long run. Together, these benefits position schedule adherence not just as an operational metric, but as a strategic advantage for business growth and competitiveness. Shrinkage in a call center represents the proportion of paid time when agents are not available to handle customer interactions. This can occur for several reasons: scheduled breaks, team meetings, training sessions, system downtime, or even unplanned absences. While these activities are often necessary, they reduce the total productive time available for answering calls. For workforce management teams, understanding shrinkage is critical. It allows them to forecast staffing needs accurately, maintain service level agreements, and balance operational efficiency with agent well-being. By factoring shrinkage into scheduling models, WFM leaders ensure that the right number of agents are available at the right time to deliver consistent customer service while avoiding overstaffing or underutilization. Let's now look at the formula for calculating shrinkage. Shrinkage percentage is determined using the equation shrinkage percent equals total non-productive time divided by total paid time multiplied by 100. Here, non-productive time includes all the activities when agents are unavailable for calls. This can be scheduled breaks, absenteeism, training sessions, team meetings, system downtime, or any other offline activities. Total paid time, on the other hand, represents the entire duration for which agents are compensated, covering both productive and non-productive periods. By applying this formula, workforce management teams can quantify the impact of shrinkage and make data-driven decisions for staffing and scheduling. Let's bring this formula to life with a simple example. Imagine a call center agent working an 8-hour shift, which equals 480 minutes of total paid time. Out of this, 60 minutes are spent on breaks and lunch, 30 minutes on training, 20 minutes in team meetings, and 10 minutes lost to system downtime. Adding these together gives us 120 minutes of total non-productive time. When we divide 120 by 480, and multiply by 100, we arrive at a shrinkage rate of 25%. This means that 1/4 of the agent's paid time is not available for handling calls, helping workforce management teams plan staffing levels more accurately. Now let's explore the first major component of shrinkage, planned shrinkage. This refers to all the activities that are scheduled in advance and are part of normal call center operations. For instance, agents have regular breaks and lunch periods built into their schedules to ensure well-being and prevent burnout. Additionally, time allocated for meetings, training, and skill development sessions is essential for keeping teams aligned and improving performance. Finally, activities such as team huddles or quality review discussions provide agents with real-time feedback and updates, helping maintain consistent service standards. Because these activities are predictable, workforce management teams can factor them into staffing models to minimize disruptions to customer service levels. Next, Let's talk about unplanned shrinkage, activities that are unpredictable and often outside the direct control of workforce management teams. This includes absenteeism, such as sick leaves, last-minute vacations, or unexpected no-shows that reduce the number of agents available for calls. System downtime is another major factor. When telephony platforms or CRM systems fail, agents are left idle despite being on paid time. Finally, unscheduled breaks due to personal emergencies, late logins, or early logouts can also increase unplanned shrinkage. Because these events are difficult to predict, WFM teams often rely on historical data and buffer staffing strategies to minimize their impact on service levels. The final component of shrinkage is external or policy-driven shrinkage. This includes all activities driven by compliance requirements, such as audits, security checks, or legal obligations that agents must adhere to. These are typically non-negotiable and essential for regulatory standards. Additionally, there are special projects, temporary assignments outside of standard call handling, such as system migrations, process improvement initiatives, or customer outreach campaigns. While these activities contribute to organizational goals, they reduce the time agents spend on direct customer interactions. Workforce management teams account for these factors to maintain the right balance between operational compliance and service delivery. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.